Terror Night Theater.
Terror Night Theater.
Terror Night Theater.
In the dark of night, caressed by the moon's eerie light, as the wildwood stirs, shadow winds take flight. As the creatures call, and the werewolf cries, be brave, my friends. Thy escape is nigh. So it begins. Tell us a tale of deadly fright, a terror, a fable, of a haunted sight. Entranced, I beckon by theatre light. From grave's embrace, arise, my dear. Bewitched Sebastian's story time is here. Sebastian, story time is here. Sebastian, are you indecent yet? Oh,
I was just taking a nap.
you know, I never know where you're going to be taking a nap, whether it's in the tunnel, the crypt, or in the theater, perhaps.
You know, I'd like to have my best rest somewhere that is dark and gloomy.
Oh, you know exactly what to say to me.
Yes, I find all those nice places.
Yes. Well, dear, since we are in the theater, do you have anything you'd like to share with our audience?
Yes, it's called Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things.
Alright, that one's live. I just feel like they're wandering around the middle of the night. I don't know.
Paul, light that other lantern for me. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Hurry up with that lantern.
Hey, Alan. I can't find the sailbag.
It's forward.
I looked, I can't find it.
Oh, Christ. I'll get it.
Hey, Paul.
Yeah.
This island doesn't smell so hot.
Well, that's because they probably don't bury the dead too deep.
This place is creepy. Are we really going to dig up a dead body?
That's what he said.
Sort of makes him a ghoul, doesn't it? Boy, that's typecasting.
He'll hear you.
So?
So you'll be an unemployed actress.
Paul, use this.
Well, I don't see any dead people.
Oh, the graveyard starts right up around that bend.
Where's the cottage?
Oh, a few hundred yards from the graveyard. Say, Paul, I was thinking, since, Terry's a new member of the company, sort of, coming into her theatrical puberty, so to speak, I just might have to invoke the rule of primal juncture.
Primal juncture. What's that?
It means he gets to make it with me first. Sort of like the slave master breaking in all the new virgins, right?
Crudely put, but basically accurate. Well, Paul?
Well, you'll have to ask the Virgin.
You're about 10 years too late. I lost it when I was a brownie to an Eagle Scout.
Oh, really?
Scout's honor.
How many merits does an Eagle Scout get for seducing a brownie?
I don't know. You'll have to check that in your Boy Scout manual, under things to do in the woods.
Clever girl. Everybody grab your suitcases.
Hey, Alan, who's your travel agent? Count Dracula? Wow. I feel like I'm on the Late Late Show.
I'd whistle past the graveyard, but my lips are afraid to be separated.
Gee, I wonder if Tab Hunter started like this.
Oh, I haven't laughed this hard since Granny got caught in the ringer.
There's a light ahead. What is it?
That's the graveyard.
What the hell are they doing with a street lamp out here?
This used to be a resort island. Come on. Oh, and don't worry. They only drink kosher blood here. And all the vampires have their health cards, and they get inspected once a week.
You know, Alan, you're really weird. You ought to be in a wax museum somewhere.
Kneeling right under the guy in the black hood.
Well, there it is. Ulalume, the sanctum of Satan.
It's a set. You had it built.
It's a masterpiece. Vibrations are powerful.
Why the hell would they build a graveyard out here?
Oh, yes. A logical question, to which there is a logical answer. The island, you see, has a history, which I shall relate. But first, the 10-cent tour.
Which we get for only a quarter.
Cedric here, with a few words about tonight's movie, Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things. My first impression as I began watching the movie was, I wish that the cameraman would have taken the cap off the lens. Then about 15 minutes into the movie, I hoped he would put it back on again. The opening teaser, instead of giving me a shock, made me laugh when I saw the chintzy makeup on the zombie who was attacking the caretaker. It turns out, however, that this is all part of the setup to frighten a group of actors brought by their tyrannical director to a remote island to perform a silly satanic ritual. You have Alan, the director and the leader of the pack. He speaks with a forced diction that makes him sound like an English professor on LSD. His sardonic laughter and his constant wisecracking bad jokes make me wish that he would die first. Next we have Val, constantly putting Alan down.
I hate it when you get so sentimental and mushy like that.
Anya, the ditzy wannabe mystic.
Something is going to happen tonight. I can feel it.
Wins and Terry, the young lovers, and Jeff, the chubby comic relief character. These comprise the zombie smorgasbord, a group of young people in an isolated circumstance performing a satanic ritual that seems to fail at first. Half the cast overacts terribly, which compensates for the other half, who seem to be simply playing themselves. The dialogue is peppered with an endless flow of snarky insults, bad puns, and terrible jokes.
Decomposition does strange things to people.
The budget for Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things was reportedly about $70,000. How it was spent, to me, is a mystery. The most money seems to have been spent on the zombie makeup, which is the best part of the movie. Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things provides us with a sort of historical overview of cinematic zombies. From the vacant-eyed stare of White Zombie through the pasty-faced, dark-eyed characters in Carnival of Souls, the zombies emerge from their graves in the typical horror film trope we've seen so many times, heaving ground and hands reaching up through the soil. Once or twice in a movie is acceptable. I stopped counting at 6. The zombie horde swarms the house in a finale reminiscent of the original Night of the Living Dead, while the people inside desperately try to keep them out using a hammer and nails that are conveniently found in an otherwise empty house. It's a lot of fun to watch if you don't take it too seriously. Back to Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things. Freight on.
The 10-cent tour.
Which we get for only a quarter.
This area is the paupers section. All the corpses here were buried recently. The county just levels off a section of ground, throws the stiffs in it, till the section is filled, and levels off another.
You mean the people right under my feet were just put here?
They're hardly cold, and a more delightful gaggle of wretches you will never meet. Murderers, rapists.
There aren't any paupers buried in that section.
No, indeed there aren't. That is hallowed ground. Come, children. Uncle Alan's going to curdle your blood.
Uncle Alan already does. Turns my stomach, too.
I hope these things are going to stay in the ground.
Not if I can help it.
Yuck.
Feast your eyes on one of the last vestiges of grace, one of the last flights of pure imagination, of unadulterated creativity.
It's a boneyard.
A boneyard? A boneyard? What a travesty! A sacrilege! A masterful reduction of the sublime to the commonplace. Only a truly ordinary mind, Jeffrey, could conceive such an idea.
It is kind of pretty.
Give me a moment. The magnitude of your similitude overwhelms me.
Oh, what the hell's he talking about?
Humor him. It's an old war injury. I'll talk to him. Alan, is it your hemorrhoids again?
Your levity does not amuse me, Jeffrey. You're on sacred ground, my friend, a very font of evil. For in this very crypt lay a man whose malice appalled the gods, whose unrelenting thirst for vengeance inflamed the mind of Satan himself. Even now, demonic forces hover here, feeding upon the psychic force of that one act. Be still. Listen. Even now, their malevolent gaze may be falling upon you.
I don't care if their gaze falls upon me, as long as they keep their pea-picking hands to themselves.
Come, children, stay in single file and take hold of one another. There are, things in the night, waiting for children who stray out of the light.
Good thing he's a director, because wow, what a bad actor.
I don't know. I kind of get the feeling something is following us.
Oh, what rot.
Could be. Could be rot.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I think I did.
Oh, Brother Alan will love this. I know I heard something. Wait a minute. Well, we all heard it.
Evil entities. I told you about them.
Not evil entities, probably just one weird person.
What's the difference? We got a shotgun in here.
Paul, you can't scare off demons with a shotgun.
I don't care about demons. I just hope we haven't offended the leader of some hippie cult.
Oh, Christ, did you have to say that?
No, he's right. What a perfect place for a mass murder. How about this? A group of jaded young deviants, that's us, comes to a burial island to dabble in witchcraft, try a few spells, but we stumble onto some really sick cult which follows us and along a deserted path until finally in the middle of the night...
I'm leaving. Don't give them the satisfaction.
Oh, I'm just being realistic. I mean, they're having trouble all over the world with grave robbers, ghouls, people breaking into cemeteries.
But we're the grave robbers. Who's going to bother us?
Nobody. But demons. Come on now, children. It's late and we've got a lot to do.
Cheerful. Yeah, it has a nice homey feeling.
Better get used to it. It's home for now.
How long has this place been empty?
About 2 years. This door is pretty sturdy. Let's check the windows.
Who lived here?
Caretaker of the cemetery.
Where is he now?
In an insane asylum.
Oh, God, I'm afraid to ask.
No, it's quite ordinary, really. Killed his wife and 2 children. They found him babbling.
Why didn't they get another caretaker?
They did.
Hey, look, there's a wood pile. At least we can build a fire.
That's the best news I've heard all night.
Paul, hey. We could kick these shutters in. Go ahead, Paul. Do your athlete thing. Crawl through and open the door.
scared the hell out of us.
Oh, sorry. Why don't you come around and I'll open the door?
Jeff and Paul, you bring in the trunk, and Jeffrey, then you build a fire in the fireplace, all right? Not bad at all. I suggest we explore the quarters while Jeffrey's building the fire. We may even come across a fuse box, who knows?
I suggest I sit by the fireplace until it's lit. You Boy Scouts go and explore.
Anya, why don't you tidy up? And, Jeffrey, you repair that window, would you please? Paul, Terry, and I will ferret out the castle.
Hey, why don't we let Mighty Joe Karate repair the window since he broke it?
I'm going to ferret out the castle with the master.
The great king scorned the poet 100 years ago, and the man of might despised him, and the sage refused to know. And beauty clad in purple had not a smile to throw on one so poor and humble, singing his joy and woe. But the great king's crown is shattered, the captain's sword is rust, the worm is in beauty's roses, and the sage lies low in dust. And they're all of them forgotten, save by their God we trust. But the song and the singer flourish in the memory of the just.
Jeffrey, you repair that window, would you please? Paul, Terry, and I will ferret out the castle.
Hey, why don't we let Mighty Joe Karate repair the window since he broke it?
I'm going to ferret out the castle with the master.
Look.
Oh, God. Oh, this is getting worse all the time.
What is it?
Rats.
Well, if we come under siege and the supplies run low, rats do.
In your case, that would be cannibalism.
Let's check upstairs. Paul, get me that lantern, would you please?
I keep thinking about Satan worshippers with hatchets.
I'm not surprised. Did you read about those campers last week? A group of kids came over to their campsite and invited them for dinner. When they got to the kids' camp, they realized they were the dinner.
All right, all right.
Did they?
Yeah, sure did. Look, I shouldn't ask, but whatever happened to the other caretaker? He hanged himself.
You shouldn't have asked.
In this very room, if I'm not mistaken.
Now, wait a minute. This is too much. You tell us the first caretaker murdered his family. The second caretaker hanged himself. I mean, it's like a grade B movie where the villain tries to drive his victims mad.
Oh, a villain. How flattering.
You have a large insurance policy on this company?
No, I'm bumping you all off as my contribution to good theater.
Terry and I are going downstairs.
This is beginning to look like the Lost Weekend.
You know what they say, a fire day keeps those ghosts away.
Why would you want to keep them away? Wouldn't it be beautiful to be really in the presence of a ghost? A being from another plane.
You're serious.
Yes, of course.
Well, I don't know. I always heard that ghosts have a way of being downright nasty.
Oh, that's not true. What people perceive as evil in ghosts and spirits is only a reflection of their own malevolence and fear. People create their own demons.
That's not very original, Anya.
Something is going to happen tonight. I can feel it.
Oh, I wouldn't go in there, Anya. The place is full of rats.
Oh, they don't bother me. Rats don't mind people who don't mind them.
I'll have to remember that the next time I run into a rat.
Personally, I never met a rat I didn't like.
Yes, take a rat to lunch today. Show him that he's one of the bunch today.
All right, children. It's story time. Uncle Alan's going to chill your marrow and make you squeal and get all wet and get goose pimples.
What the hell's a gun for?
Just in case any little ghosties try to break in here and gobble up my children.
Hey, you got silver buckshot in there?
No. But I've got this.
What is it?
What is it? It's the sorcerer's source box, the warlock's war chest, the conjurer's conjuration.
The nincompoop's knapsack.
If things get really desperate, I'll just have you reenact some of your past performances. Not even a thing from the blackest pit of hell could stand up to that.
What else have you got?
Oh, I've got many things. For instance, this. Banes to ward off evil entities.
Gee, Mr. Wizard, how do you get the litmus paper to turn blue?
Same way I get the egg into the Coke bottle, bitch. And this treasure of treasures. Here, Anya, hold that till I'm ready.
What, pray tell, is that treasure of treasures?
Later, Jeffrey, later. First, my robe.
Oh, wow. Where can I pick up one of those?
On the other side of eternity, my dear.
Talk about my performances.
What time is it?
It's 11:30.
Perfect.
Perfect for what?
Midnight is the optimum time for any summation.
Wait a minute. Just exactly what are we summoning? I think it's about time the wizard came clean.
Oh, time the wizard came clean. You know, that's very poetic, Paul, in a prosaic kind of way.
Look, we may not be poets, but we do have a right to know what's going on.
The people speak. Little democratic action, eh? Well, let me remind you, my darlings, that this company is not a democratic enterprise. It's a feudal state. I rule it. I own it. I own you. The only difference between this feudal state and any other feudal state is that here the serfs, that's you, can quit any time you like. Anybody want to quit? Oh, the revolution is dead. Long live the king. However, as befits a benevolent and loving ruler, I shall divulge all. Anya, the book. This is a grimoire, a book of ancient spells, descending in a direct line from the Druids and the old religion. It has spells, counterspells, conjurations, summations, and here is the spell I have chosen for our purposes. It details the simple steps and the simple words necessary to enable a master to call forth the dead from their graves, to bend their wills to his, and serve him always, in this world and the next. And this island meets the unique stipulations required for a summation. A consummate evil was committed here, a curse lies upon it, and there are fresh cadavers available and waiting for us. And it's nearly midnight, so I suggest we go and exhume our corpse.
Hey, Alan, how many years do they give you for grave robbing?
They hang you. Suspended sentence, eh?
Oh, my God, is nothing sacred?
Ding dong, Avon calling.
I suppose Jeff and I are the burial detail.
Val can help you. Let's see. Orville Dunworth, 1929, 1971. Oh. He ought to be right. Okay, this is the one.
So, this is the lucky stiff, huh?
Oh. Okay, troops, dig in. Where's Anya?
She's back by the crypt.
Excellent. Well, let's see if anybody's home. Open up.
Hope he doesn't mind us dropping in like this. Jesus Christ, is that for real?
God, I don't believe it.
Looks like Dracula.
Decomposition does strange things to people. Haul him up, Jeff. Let's take a closer look.
You want me to touch that thing?
He won't bite you.
Well, I wouldn't bet on it.
Just lift him up to the rim, Jeff. Paul and I will haul him out.
Ladies, do you have anything for dinner?
We do. Did you bring an appetite?
What's on the pizza?
There's eyeballs, ears, fingers, toes, etc.
Yes, a most flavorful assortment of toppings, wouldn't you say?
What do you call this pizza?
I call it a gourmet pizza.
Don't you mean gourmet?
Yes, nothing goes to waste here.
Let's go back to the movie.
Jesus Christ, is that for real?
God, I don't believe it.
Looks like Dracula.
Decomposition does strange things to people. Haul him up, Jeff. Let's take a closer look.
You want me to touch that thing?
He won't bite you.
Well, I wouldn't bet on it.
Just lift him up to the rim, Jeff. Paul and I will haul him out.
Roy? Certainly, you crazy bitch. You bastard. Listen, Alan, this crazy man bloodied my nose.
Well, listen, it isn't funny. We were on the verge of a genuine tragedy here.
I peed my pants. I peed my pants.
Listen, my nose is bleeding. That's blood from my body.
Listen, Alan, you didn't say there'd be a madman with an axe. Jesus Christ, that could have been seriously hurt.
You mean this was a gag?
No,
No, Paul, these are two real ghouls. They just had a change of heart, that's all.
Yeah, we're trying to go straight.
I'd use this on you, man.
I peed my pants. I peed my pants.
Medic. Oh, good heavens. Mayhem. Carnage. Oh, this is really the limit. I mean, fun's fun, but really. Hush, darling. I'm putting you in for a Purple Heart.
That Emerson? Oh, my God.
You've got a weird sense of humor.
Oh, come on. Let's give the devil his due. Very good, Alan. Get up, Jeff.
I peed my pants.
We all did. That was really masterful. How long did you take on this?
Emerson, Roy, and I came out here yesterday and set it up.
Bravo! Come on, Emma, let me see your makeup. Magnificent. How long did it take you?
Oh, I worked on it for about 3 hours.
Mine took 4 hours, but of course I was the lead.
'Cause you're stupid enough to let yourself be buried in a filthy hole.
How long were you in there?
About an hour. You can last several hours. Let's see your battle wound, Roy.
Oh, and of course the mad cultist killer who was stalking us was Emerson.
I cannot tell a lie. It was I and my trusty fangs.
Only a truly sick mind could have conceived such a plot.
Thank you.
And you little devils, you gave the best performance of your entire careers.
I peed in my pants.
Will you quit giving us the play-by-play of your flabby bladder?
My God, you should have seen the creature we took out of that hole. I nearly fainted. He's really dead.
He was probably a dishwasher. That's a far cry from robber barons and rape and demons. There are a bunch of plumbers and panhandlers buried out here. Pretty punk stuff to tempt Satan with.
Not quite so. I'm certain there are quite a few murderers and other assorted types that will please the master. Emerson, what time is it?
It's 5 of 12.
The witching hour. We have to hurry. He won't wait. What did you do with, what's his name? Orville?
He's over behind that tomb.
Wait a minute. The joke's over. Terry's scared as hell. I'm taking her out of here.
Have a good swim. And don't forget to drop your script off at the theater when you get back.
It's okay, Paula. Scared me, that's all. I'm all right now.
But this has gone far enough.
Look, it's my job, too. I don't want to be fired.
You sure?
Well, why don't you stop? If I made her crawl in that coffin and spend the night with Orville, you wouldn't lift a finger to help if you thought it would cost you your job. And you know why? Because you're headed for the top. The new Brando. Actor. Stud. Bon vivant. All-man bull. You know what you are? You're a slab of meat I hired to dress my stage. And I like my sides of beef to hang quietly in the corner until I need them. So why don't you just shut up?
Oh, I hate it when you get so sentimental and mushy like that. Of course they'll stay. They wouldn't miss a chance to see you square off with the devil. Or maybe eat a little crow when your performance gets a big yawn.
If we judge by past performance, I don't think I'll bore anybody.
You can't live old reviews. This is a new play. Let's get it on. What do you say, children? Would you like to see the maestro perform? Do you think we can take it?
I'm not too worried.
Jeffy?
I don't care. Give him hell. Anybody got a dry pamper?
Gentlemen?
As long as we don't have to dig him up.
All right, it's time. Go and drag Orville over here. Anya? Where's Anya?
She's abiding.
Anya, what are you doing now?
I'm gazing at the scroll of immortality.
Well, when you come to the end of a chapter, will you please crawl up out of that hole and get the book and the makings?
It's really much nicer in here.
Great. We'll make it for a weekend sometime, all right? Come on now, it's almost midnight.
Is it?
Good. Good. He's magnificent. Look at him, Anya.
I wonder what he's thinking.
Jeff, get the candles. Lift Orville up here. Let's see, we'll prop him up against the crucifix. Bend his arms over the lateral.
My God, he's stiff as plaster.
Perfect. Anya, the envelope. And what's in the envelope? They all asked breathlessly.
What's in the envelope, Alan?
Blood. The dried blood of an unborn infant, as called for in the Book of Spells. Now, don't worry, no murder was committed. It's just that every summation demands a sovereign ingredient or sacrifice. This is ours. Help me up. Now we begin. Jeff, Paul, Emerson, and Roy, grab shovels. I want you to follow behind me and break the earth over the graves. Thus. I will go after and anoint them as prescribed. Go.
And after we do all of this, the dead are going to rise from their graves, right?
Thus spaketh the Master.
And now, the X-ray dead.
all of this, the dead are going to rise from their graves, right?
Thus spaketh the Master.
An oldie, but a goodie.
Silence.
Poor Anya. Any second now, I expect to see her float off.
Christ! What is it? Look. Hold this. Oh, God. It's beautiful.
Hideous.
The root broke it open.
This is a sign. They will rise. This is the sign.
Bull. The root undermined the coffin, that's all.
It's a sign. Anya? Come.
What happened over there, Alan?
Never mind. Kneel around the grave. Clasp your hands together in the inverted prayer, like this. Open your minds. Remove all doubt, but be on your guard. Let nothing take hold of you. Let nothing enter your body. From this time on, you must be silent. O great diviner, master of the three worlds, disciple who became master, lord of the netherworld, lord of night, prince of darkness, despoiler of light, diviner of powers, redeemer of passion, crucible of flesh, by the blood incarnate, by the flesh made proud, by the soul devoured of itself, by these words we do implore, by these deeds we do supplicate and call upon the grace of thee, Lord Almighty of the underworld, to release the souls of all thy servants who lie here unredeemed, to release them to serve thy servant, bending their wills always to his, thus to thine own. By the blood of babes unborn, by the inversion of the Savior, by the bond of thine own hand, we do entreat thee, deliver them up to us, to command in thy name, to serve our will and thine own. By Lucifer, Beelzebub, Mephistopheles, Arcanes, and all the underlords we do entreat, let them rise up. Spiritus Aquitani Salvete, let them rise up. Satan, God of all.
They must be out to lunch.
Shut up.
Jeffrey.
Looks like a no-show.
Fraud. Cheap plastic fraud. Satan. You phony. You liar. You sorry sot. I paid my money and I expect my merchandise. You cretinous clown. You don't have any power. Petty panderer, cheap chiseling con artist, two-bit penny ante potion peddler.
You lose, Alan. You lose. Your summation is a bummer. A silly little ghost story. You should have stuck to the clown act. It suits your talent. And your vilification of Satan is rice pudding, soggy oatmeal, stale goods, Alan, like all your creative efforts. You're a clerk, Alan. A bookkeeper. You'd better accept that. And you know why? Because it takes an artist to deal with the devil, not an insurance man with delusions of grandeur. Get out of the grave. Get out of the grave, Alan. Let an artist show you how to call a curse down on Satan. Hail, satanic majesty! Hail, mighty master of evil! Tormentor of lost souls! Paragon of perfidy! Antichrist! Vilest of the vile, respected foe of Jehovah and the archangel, usurper, seducer, panderer supreme. Hail! So what's with this little thing we're asking, huh? A few rotting corpses to serve our meager needs. So what's the trouble, You got the blood you were asking, right? You've got Orville, right? You've got the warlock and his war chest, right? Is that a bargain, I ask you? A visit, first class. So where's the goods? Satan! You tweaker of puppy dog tails! You Billy's bag of bombast! You poultry purveyor of potence! You half-witted halagon of horse manure! Mighty master of evil! Ha! Your most terrifying trick is growing warts on old ladies' noses, scaring scarecrows, snitching buttons, ingrown toenails, corns, and chicken pox. That's your speed.
Very good. Oh, that was too much.
Excellent.
Bravo. Not bad.
It's a tie game.
Not quite. I've got another ace in the hole. Or, an ace out of the hole, I should say.
Oh?
It's party time. It's the shank of the evening. My friend Orville and I are having cocktails in 10 minutes at my island cottage. Strictly informal.
Wait a minute, you can't do that.
Oh, but I can. It's Orville's coming out party. He's been away for a long time. Orville's in the underground, you know. I'm sure he has many interesting things to tell us.
Alan, you're not really going to take that thing back to the cottage.
But it's his party. I mean, it certainly would be rude not to invite him to his own party.
We should show some respect for the dead.
Why? The dead are losers. If anybody hasn't earned respect, it's the dead.
A man has a right to some dignity even when he's dead.
Man. Man is a machine that manufactures manure.
Anya, we'll put him back. I think he'll like it. We won't embarrass him, will we, Alan?
Oh, not a bit. No, I'd be mortified. More than likely, Orville will shame us all.
You always seem to be holding the cards, Alan. Let's see how many more you have up your sleeve.
Okay. Jeff, you and Paul escort Orville back to the cottage. Carry him Roman style. Roy, you and Emerson stay here and fill in the graves, and then bring the trunk back to the cottage when you come.
Why do we get all the physical stuff?
Because you're such physical brutes. Oh, and you better bring the caretaker back to the house with you.
Wait till Gay Power hears about this.
Hi, and welcome back to the joy of painting the undead with Bob Moss. Now, as you can see, when we left off our painting here, we had some happy little trees, some nice looming mountains in the background, some stormy skies. Now, let's add a little something more to the painting. So first, what we're going to do is we're going to take our chisel brush here, and we're going to load it up with some green, a little touch burnt sienna. And then with the brush full of paint, we're going to, well, I think a happy little tree will go right there. It's all up to you. This is punch it right in there. And don't be afraid to get a little rough with the canvas. You can't hurt it. You can't hurt your brush either. They're inanimate objects. They won't scream and twitch and beg you to stop. There we go. That's a happy little dead tree. That looks pretty good to me. This is your world though, so you may do it any way you like. We don't make mistakes, we make happy accidents. I'm your host, Joy Painting with the undead Bob Moss, and I'll see you next time.
Wait till Gay Power hears about this.
customary to carry the corpse over the threshold.
Right.
Looks like the honeymoon is over.
Wrong. We're not even married yet. Oh, wait a minute now. Let's see. Stand him, her, it. Stand it up.
You crushed his bouquet?
Correction. It's bouquet.
It does have a very definite bouquet.
Careful, that's my bride-to-be you're talking about.
A perfect match.
And you, a holy man. Shame. Shame. Paul, you can be best man. Or should I say best corpse?
10 to 1, it's a shotgun wedding.
Let's see. Family of the groom on the right. Family of the corpse on the left. Val, if you don't mind. All right, who's going to give the bride away?
I don't know, but you better hurry.
Music.
La, 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 la.
Begin.
La, 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 la. La, la.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to join together this man and this body in holy, well, not so holy, but it's okay, wedlock, more or less. Please repeat after me. I, Alan, take this body.
I, Alan, take this body.
Yeah, welcome to it. You deserve everything you're getting. To love, honor, and cherish, in sickness and in health, for richer or for poorer, till death do you part. And you better hurry, believe you me. And Orville, you go along with all of this? Well, then, by the power invested in me, by Ready Kilowatt, I now pronounce you man and whatever he is.
Paul, see if you can put some life into the party.
Which party are you referring to?
Down, Jeff. Okay, Big P, let's get the show on the road. What's the matter, big fella? Cat daver got your tongue? What a bunch of stiffs, eh, Orb? Well, that's all right. Just keep a stiff upper lip. Keep a stiff lower lip. Orville's my straight man. All right, pretty boy. You do it. I can't think of anything funny to say.
That's because it's not funny. It's disgusting.
Disgusting. Do I, disgust you? Miss, seducible brownie? Why, this is just good, clean fun. Sure, check it out in your Girl Scout manual under, things to do in the cemetery.
Now, wait a minute.
Sit down, meat. You know, I don't think that Orville likes being called, disgusting. I know that I don't like being called disgusting. Perhaps you shouldn't be working for someone so, disgusting. Maybe I ought to just release you from your contract under the, disgusting clause. And also from my disgusting claws. Hmm? Well, guess we'll have to dig up a new ingenue, eh, Orville? Got anyone you'd like to recommend?
No,
It's an immediate opening.
I didn't mean to start anything.
You didn't mean to start anything. Well, why did you then?
I was upset.
Well, now Orville's upset. I don't know. I'll see if he'll forgive you. What do you think, Orville? Want to listen to what she's got to say? Hmm? What's that? Very righteous of you. He will hear you.
I would apologize to you, Orville, but
He speaks. How magnanimous. He says you may sit.
Humor like yours, you
Oh,
mustn't.
Please do not flatter him. That is so insulting. Anya, care to join in?
You shouldn't treat him like this. Look at how beautiful he is, Alan, and how sad. We shouldn't hurt him or make fun of him. He won't like us if we do. He'll be angry with us. We should respect his beauty. There is great beauty in death. It shouldn't be defiled.
No, Anya. That won't do. That won't do at all. He wants to see more feeling. Real feeling.
I'm new to the company, sir. Naturally, I wanted to make an impression.
I don't think he believes you.
It's true, I really don't go for any of this, but I felt like I had to, you know, because I wanted to be accepted.
I don't think he believes any of that phony crap. I don't think he thinks you have any talent. I'm not sure that I think you have any talent.
I do, though. I do have talent when I have a good part and when I'm really in character. I do have talent. I
A
do.
few tears. Well, that's a little more convincing. Next.
Stop it!
What did you say?
Listen. Listen. If we respect him, he'll respect us. Look, he's trying to tell us. You can see it in his face.
It's clay, that's all. Feel it. It's like a primitive hut. Clay pieces stuck together with splints of bone. That's all you are, Orville, old buddy. Clay. Mud.
Stop it! Stop it!
Orville's my friend. I'll do what I want with him. He's mine. I'm going to take you home with me, Orville, and I'm going to prop you up in my living room. And when friends come to call, I'm going to say, "Here's my good friend, Orville."
Stop it!
And when you finally fall apart, I'm going to take your scraps and feed them to my dog. How about that, Anya? Am I showing enough respect for the dead?
Stop it!
And when he's nothing but bones, I'm going to take him all apart and use him for bookends, or maybe a soup ladle, or a mobile. Anything that comes to mind.
Stop talking like that.
Why? I'm going to get a big kick out of it. And I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll take all the bones and I'll paint them and use them for Christmas decorations. Deck the halls with bones of ivory. La 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 la.
You don't know what you're saying.
I know what I'm saying, all right. Come on, Orville. Time for bed.
Let go of him! We didn't know what we were doing. We'll make up for this. I didn't understand before, but I do now. Oh God! Please forgive us! Please! You will, won't you? You will! You will! Please, no! 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 They won't! They won't! We have to get out of here!
Get that thing out of here!
No, don't touch it! Don't touch it! It's evil! You're evil! You! Oh, please. Please.
You've gone too far this time.
I don't give a damn what you think. Get out.
She feeling any better now?
Oh, I wouldn't say she's in the best of health.
You feeling better?
She seems calmer.
Look, Jeff, I think we ought to get out of here.
Do you think we can move her?
We've got to. She needs help.
Okay. I hope she doesn't get hysterical again.
We're all going to get hysterical if we don't get out now. And that's what we're going to do.
You're a great teacher, Orville. And a wonderful friend. And I think, in time, we may get even closer.
Hey, don't put the shovels up. We have to bury Mr. Hyde over there.
Listen, that thing smells.
Listen, we're not asking you to wear it. Just bury it.
Oh, God. Disgusting. What are you going to do with it?
Just cover it with some dirt.
Oh, look at that ring. Isn't it fantastic? Oh. Oh, they buried him without a right guard.
zombies have a picnic. It doesn't matter if it rains, just as long as somebody brings a basket full of brains.
Greta?
Yes, mistress?
What are you doing?
Dusting the cobwebs, my lady.
You mean the cobwebs that we imported from my homeland? Yes? Perhaps you don't know, but these cobwebs were woven strand by strand lovingly by ghost spiders in Romania. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. I am trying to be patient with you, Greta. But please, put them back. Like now. Like right now.
Okay.
Yes, yes. Thank you. And while Greta is recobwebbing the castle, let us return to the film. Children shouldn't play with dead things.
What are you gonna do with it?
Just cover it with some dirt.
Oh, look at that ring. Isn't it fantastic? Oh. Oh, they buried him without a right guard.
Alan's gone. May I help you?
You never give up, do you?
I've only just begun.
We're leaving.
Oh, that's interesting. How are you going?
We're taking your boat.
Huh. Claiming the victory, eh?
That's right.
Are you going to finance your victory celebration with your unemployment checks?
It won't work, Alan. This time you lose.
Orville still loves me.
Is he coming? I didn't ask him.
My God, what's that?
Sebastian, I'm so enjoying the film tonight. What do you think?
I'm a little disappointed, darling. The
Really?
blood wasn't real.
Sebastian, it's a film.
I know, darling, but you could have done a little bit more realistic for my taste.
I know. You have standards here at the castle.
We do.
Oh, you know what I really think it is?
Yes.
I think perhaps you're a little hangry because you haven't gotten your popcorn yet.
Well, we have asked Cedric repeatedly to bring us the popcorn.
I know.
Immediately, Master.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Cedric.
Cedric.
He was enjoying the film as well, but he'll be back in a flash.
He always gets caught up in these movies.
Of course, and he likes to tell people all about the films as well.
Indeed, he does.
Thank you so much, Cedric. Now, does it have the special flavoring that we like so much, the Be Positive?
Yes, my lady, as always.
Oh, excellent.
Excellent.
So take a little bite.
Excellent there, Cedric.
Thank you, Cedric. And now, back to the movie.
Jesus Christ!
Wait a minute. God.
They're coming! They're coming!
We didn't hurt him! We didn't hurt him!
Oh, get me aboard! Come into cover this way! Give me a hammer nail! Come on, hurry!
Jesus, it is. It is. Oh, God.
Wait a minute. Is this a joke?
They've stopped.
God. This is impossible.
Let me see.
They're just standing there.
They can't get in back there.
Good.
Oh my God, look at those things.
Come on, let's check the back. What's happened?
I don't know.
I can't see. Give me the flashlight. Quick! They're everywhere.
What is this? Why are they after us?
Man, I don't care why. They're trying to kill us.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, we don't know that. Let's just use our heads. Maybe they just want to frighten us off.
What the hell are you talking about? For Christ's sake, man, look at Roy.
Roy. Roy.
He's dead.
Dead? Oh, God. Oh, God.
They must have gotten Emerson, too.
What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do?
Are you all right?
Yeah, okay, what are we gonna do with this? Let him try to get in here.
Well, we'll lock the door. Come on, we've got to check the other bedroom.
It's okay.
Look.
They're gonna kill us.
I can't get up here. It's too high.
What are we gonna do?
I think it's fairly obvious somebody's got to get to the boat and bring help. Look, we're trapped in here. If they found a way to get up to the bedroom, it won't be a long time before they're in here.
Well, what about the gun?
Look, we left it in the trunk back at the graveyard.
Yeah, well, they seem pretty slow. Why don't we try and run for it?
There are too many of them, and we don't know how many more of them are outside the light.
Look, if you could get them out front somehow, I could slip out the back.
No, oh, please. It's probably the only way. You think you can get by them?
You're gonna have to go out the door and fight with them until they all get out front.
It should work.
Right. Let's do it.
All right, Paul. Let's clear the door.
We'll distract them as best we can. Good luck.
Welcome to the Living Dead show this weekend. 45th anniversary of Dawn of the Dead. We're here with Leonard, who played
the Machete Zombie.
The Machete Zombie. And he carries his machete with him everywhere these days.
I do. Strange, isn't it? People like having this stuck in their head because they get to live afterwards and laugh about it.
Exactly.
Can you beat that? Just like I did. How does that feel?
Actually quite comfortable.
Good, glad to hear it. I'll stick it in your head for real next time.
So tell us a little bit about the movie and what happened in the movie with you.
What happened in the movie with me? I was on the set of Dawn of the Dead. And I was standing next to the director one night. We were waiting for the actors to come on. So I said to the director, I whispered, because he was busy looking at the script. I said, George, I'd really like to play a zombie. It was a childhood fantasy to play as a monster in a movie. So George said, go upstairs and see what they have. Upstairs was the second floor of the Monroeville Mall in Pittsburgh. So I go upstairs and I go into this room called the community room. The community room is where we prepared our work for each day. So there was one person in there, and he was basically guarding the room. I said, George said, come up and see what you have. And John pulled out this lovely machete with a hole cut in it for his head. I said, oh no, I can't do that, that's for you. He goes, no, you do it, it's fine. So 24 hours later, I was having this lovely machete, not this one in particular, stuck into my cranium. And with the help of blood tubing and blood and makeup, I became the infamous Machete Zombie.
Excellent.
It's fantastic. It's such a wonderful crowd tonight.
It is always wonderful with the dead walking about. We have our friend here who was actually in Dawn of the Dead. This is our 45th anniversary, I understand.
Yeah, 45th anniversary of the film Dawn of the Dead this year. It was made in 1978, and everybody at the show, most of us here are all zombies of one kind or another in the movie. So it's been a lot of fun. To give you an idea of, this was me in the film, and we called me the scope zombie, as I got blasted in the forehead. And then I also had other things with the movie. I was the designer and publisher of the Dawn of the Dead poster book that was very familiar, and also the cover of the first VHS tape. I designed that cover too.
Tell us a little bit about the book you have here.
This is a booklet that I just put together just for this show. You know, it's just a quick, only 100 copies, and we put it together so it looks like, you know, an old high school yearbook. So what we have is all the cast members with their movie photo, their current photo, and where we could get them their high school photo. So all the way through, and it's a great kind of thing that you can walk around with this weekend and have each of the people sign. My background was mainly publishing, you know, and I published Night Living Dead film book and Tom Savini's Grand Illusions. My first book was called The Collector's Guide to Monster Magazines. So I've been doing this for a long time. Basically the 45 years that we're talking about.
I'm always struck by the community that is built around these adventures.
Yes, it's the one nice thing about a show, especially like this one, because we have people that come back every year. They become friends, not just fans, and we all like it that way.
From Day of the Dead, Mike, Angus, and Sean. Tell us a little bit about Day of the Dead.
I was on set for 8 days. I was a friend of Tom Savini, and he said, hey, come on down, bring your camera, which I got a chance to take all these behind-the-scenes photos. And then he said, well, hey, let me make you up as a zombie. We have this one part. So I spent some time in the in his makeup chair, and he put all these appliances on me and everything.
How long did it take to do the makeup?
The makeup was at least 2 hours for me, but I was going to a party, so I didn't take my makeup off. So I went to the party looking like that. Well, you can do stuff like that, right? In your sleep.
Maybe not my sleep, but yeah.
It sounds as though if you are anywhere near his set, you might be pulled in.
Yeah, that's right. He had people doing everything. It's just whoever was there. George said, "Hey, you want to help out? Let's do this." So you're right. That's exactly what happened.
You said you were on camera for 5 seconds on film?
Yeah.
Oh, that means you have 14 minutes and 55 seconds of fame left.
Yeah, that's right. I do. But we're all one big family. The fans and the people that were in the film, there's really no difference. Yeah. Unless you're a big star. But they just kind of like to come from all over the world, really, to hang out and talk about stuff. Absolutely. You know?
Yes, but there are no small roles.
Like small zombies.
But everything contributes to the whole.
It does. That's exactly right.
I did find it interesting that Bob had talked to us about all the zombies finally later on got names.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, I ended up being named the Head Ripper.
How many years has that been for Day of the Dead now?
38 years.
So this is 38 years.
Yeah, you never know what life holds for you. This has been so much fun. It's like I said, a year ago, I didn't know any of these people. I'd never gone to a convention like this, and now I'm friends with everybody. So one big family.
It makes it all worth it.
Absolutely.
Just like the castle, darling. We have so many people that come to the castle.
We do have so many people stop by.
And they never leave.
Well,
they come, but you can get in, but you can't get out.
Some do leave, but not the way they think they should.
It is happening! Don't sit there whining, you sickening pervert! It is happening! You did it! You did it! You've got to get us out of this! You've got to get us out of this!
Stop it! Now, wait a minute! Wait a minute! Now listen to me. There's got to be a way out. Maybe Alan can get us out of here. This book. Isn't there a way of sending them back? A counterspell.
Counterspell. A recitation for the dead. Recitation for the dead. Wait a minute. Okay, here it is. Wait. A litany Calling the counterspell. Wait. Return the blood to fire. Wait, the blood. Return the blood to fire. Burn the life from the undead.
Something's happening. Keep it up.
Return the ceremonial corpse to the grave. God, we can't do that.
Read it.
Read the words as they are written and in the prescribed manner for these things.
Read it.
Prince of Darkness, brethren of hell, masters of the fiery pit, hear the prayers of thy servants, we who have transgressed against thy might.
Something's happening. Don't stop.
And grant us pardon, grant us leave. Release us from thy vengeance. Accept our vow that we shall never more transgress against thy awful might. And ye of the grave whose rest we have defiled, ye sleepers in the eternal night, obey the will of Lucifer, of Demogorgon, of all the lords of hell, if they should hear our plea and grant us pardon, grant us leave. Seek not our deaths, seek not our souls. Obey the will of Lucifer, obey the will of hell. Return and sleep and walk no more.
It's working. It's working.
Return and sleep. Return and sleep. Return and sleep. They're gone. Wait. Listen.
All right. We gotta try it. Don't take anything but a weapon.
We can't help him. Let's go.
Oh, Zombie Bob, I am so pleased that Sebastian commissioned your work. Thank you so much.
Well, it is my pleasure, Miss Drucilla. Are you ready to be immortalized?
Bob, I was born ready.
All right, then. Just hold still,
Okay.
and we'll get started.
But how's it coming, Bob?
It is coming fantastic.
You are so passionate about your work.
Well, thank you very much, ma'am. It obviously comes because I have a subject I can be very passionate about.
Oh my.
It is coming along beautifully.
I hear you are quite an organic painter.
I have been rotting away for quite some time. In fact, I believe this is my masterpiece.
Oh.
And I believe that we are done.
Oh my. You work quickly.
So, are you ready to see the masterpiece?
I'm ready. Oh, my. I did not know that that is what I look like. I don't think that's me, is it?
This is the inner you.
All right, if you say so. I'm sure Sebastian will find it fascinating.
I certainly hope he shall. He certainly paid enough.
And with that, perhaps we should go back to the movie. Sebastian, our theater downstairs is so relaxing.
But of course, my love. You know, I mean, our guests are always taken care of and always feel comfortable like that.
Yes, absolutely.
Now, would you like to hear a story tonight?
Oh, goody, could I?
Yes, my dear.
Oh, thank you.
You know, I would like to tell you about zombies. You know, zombies are in every culture.
Really?
Yes, the undead.
Oh, zombies.
Yes.
Let me make you comfortable.
Greta, please. We're trying to get through this. Greta, please, please. The hat stays on.
But Master.
Greta! The vest. Leave the vest alone. Come.
Sebastian.
Master, your shoes.
Greta, Greta. Stop, stop, stop. Shoes stay on.
Can I get you something? A sangria?
No, Greta.
A margarita?
Greta, no!
Sebastian, really? Another maid decomposed by your animal magnetism.
My darling, you know I can't help it.
I know.
It's so hard.
A young villager?
Greta, please! No, I want for
Cedric?
nothing!
Cedric? Cedric!
Enough, Greta.
Yes, my lady.
Remove this lonesome creature from our sight. Greta, get thee to a scullery. To a scullery, go! Quickly! Farewell!
Come along, Greta. It's time for your formaldehyde dip.
Rest in pieces. Sebastian, really, I don't know what swamp they drained to find this creature, but I entreat you, send her back.
As you wish, my love, but you know, it is so difficult to find good help these days.
I know.
Do you really want me to put her back where we dug her up?
That's true.
Well, darling, the moral of the story is children shouldn't play with dead things like me.
Oh.
You know.
Oh.
As this evening of Terror Night Theater comes to a close, you are filled with dread, horrors, and woes. When next we meet at our Vamperium home, don't come alone.